Hi, Steve here. I'm at the Ministry Center, the Fellowship National Ministry Center in Guelph, Ontario, and I want to talk to you today a little bit about Fellowship Ministries, our department that cares for the French mission work. We, as a family of churches, have been sending out French workers into Quebec since 1958, and today we have some 87 French-speaking churches. We are the largest French-speaking denomination in Quebec. The earliest missionaries were sent into the 30s and the 40s and the early 1950s, and they underwent tremendous hostility, some of them being placed in jail just for preaching the gospel on street corners. But because of the bravery and the courage of these pioneers, our ministry has flourished. Well, a number of years ago, we said, you know, the region itself is mature and they are more than capable of caring for themselves. And so a decision was made to retire the French mission at the end of 2014. I asked the question as your new president, what happens after 2014? Because certainly the mission hasn't ended in reaching Francophones for Christ. And so National Council has recently approved a new document called Reaching Francophone Canada, the unfinished task in church planning in French Canada. And I want you to become more aware of this. You can go online and go to the Fellowship Ministries Department and download this document, this directional document yourself. But it basically outlines that though we have a mature region with very mature leaders, the field itself is still very much unreached. We want to continue to help support the aspirations that you have to reach Francophones for Christ. And this document lays that out, how you as a church or as a supporter, an individual donor, can continue to help us reach Francophones for Christ. Recognize this, that Canada last year was just over 34 million people at about 7.7% evangelical. The largest speaking group in Canada, of course, is English, some 14.3 million, of which 16.1% are evangelical. Amongst our ethnically Chinese, there's 1.1 million at 22% evangelical. But the second largest group is our Francophone population at 7.3 million, yet only 0.8% are evangelical. The work has not been finished. We need to continue to support. Quebec is our Samaria. And just as the Jews possibly had some generational prejudice about reaching out to Samaria, some of us possibly in Anglo-Canada have some prejudices, but it is our Samaria. No one else is sending missionaries to Quebec around the world. It is our responsibility. And so I'm calling you to come alongside, continue to support the ministry of reaching Francophone Canadians, not just in Quebec, but around Canada. Will you join with me? I trust you will. God bless you as you do.